And I finish it with this beautiful story of an Imam who I used to follow when I was a child, rahmatullah alayhi. He passed away. I'll say his name, you won't know his name, Sheikh Ahmed al-Qattan. He's from Kuwait, which I grew up as a child listening to him. He had a father who was, I think he described him as more of a communist. And he didn't really believe in God, except, very, I don't know, some weird belief. And his father became debilitated. So he became so debilitated that he had to stay in his bed, and if he has to go to the toilet, he has to do it in his bed. So this child, Sheikh, he became religious and he became an Imam, and the father was extremely harsh to him. He used to swear at him, degrade him, talk badly about him. He would swear at his religion. He would swear at his, every time he read the Quran, he would put him down in every way, shape or form. He said, "Father, please don't say that," but his father wouldn't listen. So what did the Sheikh do? He said, "I continued my journey that Allah is pleased with me, and I did my duty as a son for my father. And if I was harmed, I would just avoid the harm as much as I can." He said, I made a hole under his bed, and we has to have a bucket in there where he used to, relieve himself because his bowels weren't working. He didn't have control over them. He said, one day, the bucket, I was cleaning it, and, it was somewhere, and then my father needed to relieve himself. He says, so then I put my hands under him. And everything inside him came into my hands. And I didn't complain. I took it and I washed my hands. And my father, for the first time, looked at me and he got teary. He says, "Son, I've been degrading you, putting you down all your life. And you would do this? Why? Why would you do that?" And he said, "It is Islam, my dad. I only want to please Allah, Dad. I want to enter paradise, Father. And you are the way that Allah has given me as a test through it." Because of that, his father repented, and he died a believer, knowing what Islam teaches you. Now, this is a story that is personal to me, but what I want to share it with you, to tell you, brothers and sisters, please don't give up because you're going through certain hardships. I gave you a few ways to deal with it, inshaAllah, and there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Seek support, seek help. If it's too much for you, you can distance yourself, but don't go all the way, because wallahi, it's miserable when a person feels that they're just alone in this world with no relatives, no cousins, no family. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease the pain and struggles of any of you here and around the world who is going through any kind of problems like this in the family, because the family is the most important element of our life, and it is the most important, it's the most hurtful place for ourselves. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ease your struggles and ours.